Good evening. This is Rahul Magan here as a Group Chief Executive Officer, Treasury Consulting. Today, I would like to raise a very important topic. And I have deliberately devoted around 2 to 3 hours while doing a research on this topic. And trust me, the decision of devoting 2 to 3 hours on research gave me lots of information which I hadn't thought of. So I went to Google, few websites, past records on Google, and I got so much information. So much information. In India, when you raise a money, which is called IPO proceeds, initial public offer proceeds, or alternatively FPO proceeds, follow-on public offer proceeds, then the money is supposed to be used for working capital purpose. Now, I have seen two precedents in India in the last several years, especially couple of years, I would say. Number one, the OFS, which is offer for sale component in the IPO, is very big, which means that the existing investors are quitting, which is offer for sale, and releasing their equity, which is replaced by or to be replaced by any qualified institutional buyer, probably any FII, or by retail investor. Since Paytm, this trend is going on, and I have the data. I never speak until I have the data. So I collated the data for the few IPOs, example Zomato, Policy Bazaar, Nikia, and variety of other startups. Now the point is the approval of offer for sale was a right decision? I don't think so. My research is not yet done. I would be making more videos in this regard. Number two, and very important point. When you raise the money, you are supposed to use the money for working capital purpose. You can't use the money in casinos, discos, and all these kind of stuff. Common sense. What about Zomato, Policy Bazaar, Paytm, Delivery? You raised the money, and next year you reported more losses as compared to earlier year. Let's take the example of Paytm. 2,400 crores financial year 22. Zomato, 1,200 plus crores 2022. Policy Bazaar, 830 crores financial year 22. Delivery, 1,000 plus crore in financial year 22. This is a clear, Delivery is an exception for a while, I would say. But the earlier three I mentioned, they took the money much before financial year 22 result came in picture. And where is the utilization of the money? The money of the investor, I repeat, the money of the investor is now as a loss in the books of these companies. Now, how would you term this? How would you term this? Is this termed as misappropriation of funds, or this to be termed as misdirection of funds, or this to be termed as the, I would say, the loss making funds? Because globally, not India, globally, whenever you raise money from the public, you can only use it for working capital purpose. But what about these loss-making companies who raise the money from the public? And you know how they got the approval. Even after that, they clearly mentioned they are loss-making companies. And now the fund is in losses. Third precedent, very important. Can the IPO or FPO proceed be used to pay the existing debt? I don't think so. Because if we are allowing anyone to use IPO proceed to pay the existing debt, then it means he is trying to reduce the finance cost. And this should not be termed as an actual utilization of the money. Because if you wanted to reduce your debt, then it would be better you go to a bank and take the fresh funding rather than take the money from the investor. Just think about these three precedents which we are setting. Anyways, I'm doing my thorough research, and very soon, of course, thanks to Google, I would be bringing the information which no one is going to be speaking. Because to me, views, like, dislike, count, comments, all these things are immaterial. This is Rahul Magan from Treasury Consulting Group. You knew my number, 98992429.